guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so today I've got something special for you. So we're going to talk about how do we make a good cup of coffee. So let me give you my background. So I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I enjoy a cup of coffee from time to time. And typically that means adding cream and sugar to my coffee. So I've been on kind of a quest to begin to work myself away from using cream and sugar, or cream and sweet and low in my case. And I'd love to just be able to brew a nice, just black cup of coffee and call it a day, and just to be able to enjoy that cup of coffee. Now, I was touring a local roaster here, Island Coffee Roasters, here in Dallas, Texas, actually Plano, Texas, right off of Central Expressway. And they made me a cup of coffee of this stuff. This is the Ethiopia blend. It's a very fruity coffee, and they did not have creamer or sugar available, so I drank the cup and I loved it. So obviously they're experts in how they brew, and that cup of coffee is really good. So I've kind of been on the quest to reproduce that cup of coffee. Obviously you can maybe see it a little bit off camera, I've got a Keurig over there that we use. If you're just want a cup of coffee, don't want to wait, just throw a K-cup in and make some coffee from the Keurig. I also have a French press that I've been using. Mine's a little worn here. This is supposed to be connected together to that black piece. But I've got a French press I've been using as well, which is good. I've gotten really close, really good coffee out of the French press. A couple problems with the French press. Number one is it makes a lot of coffee. So typically it makes about 2.5 to almost 3 cups of coffee. And so a lot of times I'm left over with coffee that I don't drink. I might have maybe 2 cups and there's still some in there. Or maybe just one cup. A lot of times I'll make coffee before work, then I'll be upstairs working and I'll just forget about it. And so by the time I remember, oh, I had another cup and a half of coffee downstairs, it's cold. So this makes it a little bit too much coffee. It's also not very easy to clean. When you're done, all your coffee grounds are stuck in the bottom of the Keurig, so you have to kind of rinse them out, and some of them go down the drain, and that's not a really good thing. So it'd be nice if it's easier to clean. You've got this whole wire mesh thing that grounds get stuck in. So I've been looking for, is there another way to make coffee? And we'll give it a shot and see how it does. And I came across the AeroPress. So we're going to open this up today. We're going to give the AeroPress a shot, and we're going to see what it takes to make a cup of coffee using AeroPress, and also how does it come out. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm going to open this guy up, and got my handy dandy knife. Let's see. I believe these are filters, so the AeroPress does take filters, and I'll show you what they look like. Alright. I'll probably put these in a Ziploc bag or something. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like they are little round discs. So super thin. There's about, say how many are in here? I don't know, there's a bunch, 350 in here. But they're really thin, just paper filters. That's all it is. So this prevents some of the grounds from making it through into the cup of coffee. This is Logan and Dad weekend, so we've been going around town all day today. Logan just finished watching some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and so he may join us here. You may hear him off camera in a little bit. Okay, so these are our filters. Getting back into it right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the French press, set this to the side. Alright, let's open the box and see what we have inside.
What are you doing?
I'm opening a box, bud.
Ketchup.
Yeah, we'll get that in a minute. So I've got another video coming out in a little bit. I went and got some Hot Wheels car tracks, and so we're gonna play around with those a little bit later. Scoop. Stir stick?
No.
And what is this?
What are you doing?
This is a, I guess, filter for your grounds, or not filter, funnel for your grounds. And here is the AeroPress. Is this all of it? Yeah. That's the AeroPress. So when you actually fold everything up, here's the bottom section. Okay. And look at this, more filters. So hold on. So extra filters. So I have plenty of filters for this. And well, I figured out how to unlock. There we go. So here's the AeroPress. It comes in two parts. So this is where all the coffee goes. This is the brewer, and this is the plunger. If you notice, so you just put it in here, like so. Plunge it all the way down. That's how your coffee comes out. Now we're actually going to try the inverted method today, and that's where you start this way. You pour your coffee in, brew it in here in the brewer, then you flip it over and you press it out. So we'll kind of walk through that process. You know, I don't know if this is a stand. Let's see. This goes on the end, so you'll put one of these in here, and then that'll go in the end of the brewer. And that's where that goes. That's where your filter goes. Put the knife up. This is, I don't know what that is. Oh, you know what? I know what this is. This is something to hold your filters. Look at that. Figured it out. All right. Filter holster check. Instructions gone. Place that to the side. All right, what I'm going to do next, this is everything here. Plunger. This is the brewer section. This is where your filters go. This goes in the bottom to measure your coffee, stir your coffee, funnel to help get your coffee into the brewer. So it's a pretty simple setup. And in all honesty, you can house some dry filters in here. So if you're traveling somewhere, literally, that's all you need to take with you. So, you know, and you can take that if you want to stir it, but it fits really nicely in your bag. So, all right, I'm gonna boil some water, get my coffee ready to go, and we'll be back and we'll brew a cup of coffee. All right, guys, we've got the water boiled. So now we're ready to make our cup of coffee. So first, I'm going to start off with the grounds. And I'm just going to do one scoop. This makes about 250 milliliters, I think, which on most of the videos I've watched say, I'm going to do a healthy scoop. Most of the videos I've watched say do about 15 grams of coffee. But I don't have a scale, and to be honest with you, I don't have to mess with the scale. So I'm going to scoop it. You know, and what I'll probably do is I'll adjust, you know, one scoop, 1.5. I'll try out, you know, some different amounts of coffee and let you know. I did look up the instructions for a second, and it did say to use one scoop on the instructions. So I'm not, you know, I'm not just totally making things up here. All right, so one scoop is in there. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add the water. And then here's the process. So it's going to be about 1.5 minutes to brew. And so first I'm going to add water up to just a little, you know, there's 4 numbers here, 4, 3, 2, 1, to up to number 3, or yeah, not quite halfway, just to cover up the coffee and essentially to get it starting to let go of the carbon dioxide. So there's CO2 that's going to be released when the hot water hits the coffee. So first step is cover the coffee, then we're going to stir it for about 30 seconds. Then I'm going to fill the rest of it the way up. I'm going to put the filter on the top, actually fill the rest of the way up, stir it a little bit more to make sure all the coffee's good. Let it sit for another minute. So it's 1.5 minute brew time. Then I'll put the filter on, and then I'll get it into the, I'll turn it over and press it into the coffee cup. So, all right, let's see how this goes. So I'm going to actually start my stopwatch here. That's about covering the coffee up. So I'm going to grab the little stir stick. I'm just going to stir it. All right, just kind of getting it nice and worked in. Okay, set that down for a second. Let this go a little bit more. So yeah, it does not take much water at all. So definitely just makes about a cup of coffee. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and fill this the rest of the way up. You want to go all the way to the top if you can. Now, one of the tips that I heard was sometimes your coffee will float a little bit or it might foam up a little bit. If that happens, go ahead and go to the top and then just gently stir. I may have gone a little bit too much, but that's all right. Just gently stir just to get all the coffee going. All right. So we're going to let that go until 1.5 minutes is up. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get the, hopefully that'll work out there. I'm going to get the filter ready to go. So a couple of videos I watched to pre-soak your filters. So I kind of had this soaking in another coffee cup. Okay, 1.5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the filter in. So all you do is you just kind of, it doesn't screw in. There's just kind of there's a way it just kind of locks in place. All right, then what I'm going to do is put this on top. Then I'm going to very carefully move that over, and then we press. So just kind of slowly. You don't have to force it. And all that coffee should be dripping down in there. Kind of have to press pretty good here. Okay, I think that's it. All right, then what I'm going to do, okay, let me make sure. Okay, turn it back up. All right, and there we are. Got our cup of coffee. So I'm going to set it over to the side just for a second and let it sit there, and then watch what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take off the filter now. Okay. And if you notice, all your coffee is now right there on the bottom of that. So that little stack is all the coffee kind of in a nice, neat wedge. So all you have to do is scrape that off into the trash can, and there's your cleanup. So it makes it super easy, super simple to clean up. And that is how you make a cup of AeroPress coffee. It's good. It's hot. There you go, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed it. AeroPress coffee maker. I'm definitely going to be using this thing. This was actually a lot of fun to use. Really simple. I mean, I know this video is probably, I'm going to guess, around 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But, if I wasn't explaining things, and if I was just doing it, I'd probably have it done in 5 minutes or less. So, I mean, or, just a few minutes. Very simple process for making coffee and making a good cup of coffee that is pressed and not brewed. So, enjoy. We'll see you next time. Let me know what else you want to see here. So, we did our iPhone XS Max unboxing last week. I'm going to do an update on that here in a little bit. Just a heads up, this video is being filmed on my iPhone XS Max, so let me know what you think of that down in the comments. And anything else you want me to test out, anything related to coffee, I can do a video on actually doing the French press. So I've done, a lot of French pressing and have a bit of a technique down, but yeah, anything you want to see, let me know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see you next time. Peace.